So when you give a lucky number, the number can be like a very far away or very nearby. So in both the cases, we are not telling the user that. So, but like what we will tell, how closer you are. That's where it makes more interesting and curiosity, right? So if the user, if it is 69, if they are saying like 34, I will not tell like you are like, so how much difference away. I will tell like you are less than that, you guess it's greater than that. Then it will be much more interesting for the user also to try again. So to do that, we can just tell that, hey, if it is less than, I can say that, hey, like this. And if it is, you see now, if the given number is greater than the lucky number, means let's say user is giving 78. So, but like the lucky number is 69, means user has given something greater. So obviously user should reduce the guess, right? So please try again with reducing your guess number. Similarly, if user is saying like 34, which is less than the guess number, so please try again with increasing your guess number. Hope you understood. So what I'm trying to say. So, and of course, else block is optional in Python. If you don't write also fine. If we have like multiple else conditions, so that's where like elif is there. So if nothing is done, so you can go for else condition, and else is an optional block. If you want, you can use, else you need not write. Now you see in this case, you will understand. So I can like comment this one also. There's no point. So if you say, okay, see here, if you say 45, what are you saying? Hey, so please try again by increasing your guessing number. So user will now try again by say he understood like, so the value is between 45 and 100. Now then 56. So now I understood like increasing your guessing number. So from 56, 57 on to 100, somewhere the values. The user will now make like, some 70 or 75 say. Then it is saying like reduce the guessing number. Means now user understood the value is between 57 and 74. Now user will guess again. This time like, some 70. So reducing your guessing number. User understood the values between 57 and 70. Now again user gives like 65. It says increase your guessing number. Now the user is much more clear. The value is between 65 and 69. So he gives some random value like 68. Again it is saying 68. Means he understood finally the value is 69. Now he got it. But in how many guesses he came to it? That's what makes a difference, right? Maybe using a while loop, when we go there, we can make it much more better. Where, so based upon the number of times the user took the attempts, we can give a score. So that would be a better game, right? Fine. Now, like this we can do. Let me go for one more example. So again, we will come back to this example when you're going to while loops. That's where we can do the, so even scoring also. There is one more thing called as office schedule. So if you want to have an office schedule, let's say I have a problem, which is like from Monday to Friday, I want to give like, so 9 to 6 p.m. So Saturday 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Sunday is so and so. This is a typical office time and table. So user will ask like, hey, what is the week of the day? So when you give the week of the day, say like Monday. So now we need to identify whether Monday is like this or not. So then for that, what is the solution for us? Every day we can write. So like this in first method, day of the week is equal to Monday, then we get it. And similarly, I told you, right? If you want to write again a else condition, if it is only one else, fine. If there are multiples like this, from Monday till Friday, all kind of things are there, right? Again, if I do elif Tuesday, so elif like that Wednesday, elif Thursday, elif Friday, like that. For every day, I need to do. If I do like this, till Monday to Friday. Of course, the value print is same, means inside logic is same. For now, we don't know much better things. That's why we need to repeat the same. And similarly, you have Saturday, and you have Sunday, Saturday and Sunday. You have Saturday and Sunday. And if you want to, like, in the last condition, instead of writing Sunday, obviously you can write, right? Or else you can ignore the else condition for a moment. It would be fine. Okay. So if I execute it, what will happen? CLS and Python C so and so. You get, as it is Monday, you got it. So this is also fine. So instead of you giving, if you want the user to give in runtime, how we can get this week of the day? We can get from input function and get it. So I can do like this. Input of the week. So user gives, then fine. Now this time I execute it. If I execute, I give the same Monday, I got it. Now this time I say, like, Tuesday, I got nothing. Or like if I give some garbage, then also I got nothing. Means there should be some way you need to understand how it is working. Why it didn't work on these two cases? First we need to investigate. So if you see, so you gave Tuesday. If you take the same Tuesday here, you will understand. Here Tuesday, T capital. So and other characters are small. Means what? So you got in a all small characters, but here it is doing in a title case. So either we can write every time condition like this, either this Tuesday, or we can write like other Tuesday also, right? Like this. If you do like this, then this Tuesday will work. So if I execute, if I say like same Tuesday, it works perfectly. But like how many things you will write like this? It would be crazy, right? Okay, this Tuesday you wrote. Some else time next I will do like TUESDAY. So will you write like all if conditions like this? This is not a correct way of doing. Then what is the solution for it? Instead of doing that, at the source itself you change it.
Uday,
Yes,
yeah,
please.
yeah, I have a question. That like
Yes.
for if else condition,
Mhm.
if the if condition is not satisfied, then only
It will
if
go to the
condition.
else. Yes, yes. If the
Okay,
if is not satisfied, only then it will go to the next. Only then it will go to the next. Like this. If finally nothing is satisfied like this, it will go to the else.
okay. So first of all, the for Monday, so we wrote Monday, right?
Yes,
So afterward, you wrote Tuesday, so it came
yes,
Tuesday.
yes. It will check in this priority only. You're right.
Okay. So first, if condition is true, then it will go automatically else if.
No, no. If Monday is correct, this
Mhm.
condition is correct,
Uh-huh.
it will go to only this highlighted logic. It will
Okay.
not execute remaining lines.
Okay.
If
And
any condition is correct, it will go into that only.
okay. And if we write Tuesday, then
Mhm.
it will check first if weekday of Monday is true. If it is
Yes,
true, then only it will go inside, right? It
yes,
will
I
print.
yes, I repeat again.
Sure.
So when you gave like Tuesday, it will first check, hey, is week of the day is equal to Monday? No. So then it will check for the next condition. Yes, it is Tuesday. Then it will go. If not, it will go to the Wednesday. Let's
Okay.
say if I give Saturday. So same like Saturday. If I give Saturday means what? Hey, is day of the week equal to Monday? No. Then it will check. Is equal to Tuesday? No. Is it equal to Wednesday? No. Is it equal to Thursday? No. Is it equal to Friday? No. Is it equal to Saturday? Yes. Then execute that condition. So, and it will go to the next lines out of this block. And coming back, so to what I started earlier. So the title case. Now, if you give the content in any case like Saturday, I gave all capitals. Saturday, like Sat capital, Sat capital, something like I do all mixes, all data types. Sorry, all cases. Then fine. Even then also it works because at the source itself you corrected, right? That's what happens even in your ETLs also. Whenever there is a bug or a problem, you correct at the source itself. Then it will not emanate all the way every time instead of checking in all the places. Now this executed. Then how about this problem? We gave like some garbage and we don't know what's happening. So in this case, what happened in this garbage? It checked in the Monday, no. Tuesday, no. Wednesday, no. Tuesday, so till Sunday, no. So nothing is happening. So when nothing is happening, so we will have something else. Means like we should say like it's an invalid, right? So if I just like write outside, then like every statement after that it will execute. So observe that. Say if I write the same print statement outside, means even if anything is satisfied also it will come. Say if I say Saturday, even then invalid entry it will come. You want to get this statement only when nothing is executed. So in that case, write an else condition and in that you print it. So now we see here, if I clear the screen and execute again, if I say some garbage, invalid entry, please try again. And if I say like, Monday, it's working. Say, so Monday, oh, why it is showing again a mistake now? This is something interesting. Did you see after Monday, did you see one white space here? I gave some white spaces, right? So
Yes.
exactly I gave Monday, but I gave white spaces. This is what happens in real time also when people are entering something in real time. They'll have some white spaces around. So we need to remove the white spaces. If you want to remove, there is something called a strip, right? Strip is a built-in function we need to use. If I use it now, say same after Monday, this many white spaces. Exactly what, right? So these were the real world problems that you face in a real world. So this is how you need to solve them. Hope it's clear.
Yes.
Okay. Now in this, I want to do some more maturity every time. So don't you see like, so you have the same thing everywhere. So in all these four, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. The same thing is repeated multiple times, right? So best thing I would say is like, instead of doing that, maybe in the method two, I want to write a string called as timings 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Instead of I doing the same above thing, I will copy, but instead of like, Monday to Friday, so I will change here. So if the same constant value is there everywhere, so that's the reason constants we write in one place, such that tomorrow the timings were changed due to daylight savings. So instead of 9 a.m., from 8 a.m. you need to start, maybe. So then you can just change once. In everywhere it will change, right? So it's kind of like maturity in terms of coding. Then like one more thing you observe. Don't you see you have the same logic for all the cases till here highlighted? So in all the cases, same thing is there. In that case, why do you want to repeat it? So instead of repeating, we can do something smart and better. So what is that I can do? I will just copy the same content again. So, I know that this is a common thing. Whenever we identify something as common, we can just solve it. So now I understood that even if this is this one, or this one, or this one, or this one, don't you think like you got some or condition? Can I do like, or condition here?
Yes.
I can do an or condition. Or condition Thursday or Friday. I am doing the same thing, right? And it is repeating only once. Then there is no point of having another variable. So don't you think now it will exactly work in the same fashion? Python, if I say C, so and so. When it is asking a value, say I gave Monday. So don't you see? In the first method, and second method, and third method, you got the same thing. Did you repeat the code unnecessarily? No. So you can write all these things in a single line or like this in multiple lines. So if you want to write in multiple lines, that's where these braces can help us when you have an expression which is multiple. Hope it's fine.
Yes.
Now let's going for the last thing. So you are checking these money in equal to operations with an R, right? Whether it is equal to this, equal to this, equal to this, like that. So for doing that kind of things, they created one more built-in operator called as in operator. In means it's like a membership operator we generally used in the iterables. When you have something, so instead of repeating the same thing these many number of times, I can just do in a one line. Instead of doing like this, see, I will take the copy the same content and I do again. This time, so I am doing these many in operations, right? What I have in operation, I will replace that with a simple thing. The same week of the day you are checking in, I can create a list. And in what all things I am checking, either it is like Monday, that's what I'm checking, and like Tuesday. So like that in every day I'm checking. So instead of repeating the same thing these many times, I can just write like this. So if it is in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, you get it. So instead of you doing multiple equals and or a condition, if you have that kind of scenario, you can replace with this. So don't you see you got a better solution? Where you started, so where you ended. Means because of these things, you did it. So that's what. The more you practice, the more better you can do it. And similarly, if I go for one more example, say like I'm going for checking whether it is ovals or consonants. So I do this thing program again. You were given a character and you need to check in whether it is an oval or consonant. Consonant ovals means what? We have like a standard A, E, I, O, U. Between that, if any variable comes, we can call it as a oval. If it is coming outside, we call it as a consonant, right? Now, for doing the check, what I can do, based upon the best practices of what we learned earlier, means take a character input and ensure there are no white spaces. You can strip it, and you want to check in a lower or upper only one case, so you can do a lower. So after doing this best practice, I got it, and I am checking like in A, E, I, O, U. See, if I don't have like this, so if I just do like this, then I need to check for all the things, right? I wrote like AEIOU, again AEIOU. So the moment like I wrote like a this one, I did not hit here. Python D so and so. If I give some alphabet, it says that if I say some alphabet, it says it's consonant or vowel. If I say like so E, it says it's a vowel. So instead of you doing like twice, so you can also do with a lower, right? So instead of doing like this, you can instead of checking twice, right? AEIOU and again AEIOU twice instead of checking. If you convert that to a lower case and then check, you can do it. So sometimes we don't want to do a lowercase here because maybe you want to take whatever the user is given as it is and you want to do other operations. Only for checking, you want to check whether it is lower or not. So it means like in that case, you can do like this. Or not only that, so any iterable, we can apply this in operator. Iterable means like iterable. Now this is a new word that you need to learn. Iterable object means any object that supports for loop on it. If you do for loop, so then next we will go for loops. That's where I show you. This list is a immutable. Sorry, iterable. String is a iterable, whereas integer is not iterable. Or I will tell in other ways. Any object which supports length built-in function, those are the iterables. So again, slowly we will go there and we will understand how this works. Let me give a small assignment. The assignment is like what you do on a daily basis. So like that. If you see, there is something called as electricity bill generation. So I will just start it and help you so that you can understand. So electricity bill generation means, say you have an electricity board current bill slabs, say unit wise. So 0 to 60. So right, it's not like a petrol bill. So you give the number of liters, it will give the bill. It's not like that, right? Electricity works in slabs. For the first 60 units, you need to pay this much. Next 60 to 100 this much. So 100 to 150 like that, slab rates. So means if you have spent like 357 units consumed, for the first 60 you will be paid like 1.25. Next 40 you will pay like 2. Next 50 you 4 pounds. Next 100 like 7 pounds. Next 107 you pay 110 pounds. So total value will be like that. And on top of that, you need to add the electricity cess percentage. Electricity cess means we need to add that percentage. Discount means we need to remove that. And GST means we need to add. So you need to write a small program to do it. So hope you can do it. So when you are given any units, you need to know how to divide this to these many parts. For every slab, we need to divide and then you need to execute. Let's see how you will execute and we can work on it. Hope it's clear?
Yes.
Fine. And last thing, in the conditions, there is one more interesting point called as ternary operation. Ternary operator. What is a ternary operator? Let me go for a IPython notebook for it. Okay, I don't need it. I can place it outside. Fine. What is a ternary operation? Ternary. What do you mean by ternary? Means three. Three operations are there. What are three here? So every language will have this kind of thing called as ternary operators. In Python also we have, but the way it was given is slightly different. Hope you remember, if you go for any language, say JavaScript, it will have like a so condition will be there. Say like sorry, a less than b colon a is greater, a is less, comma b is less. So most languages like Java, so I don't think about Java, but like JavaScript has this thing, like this kind of condition. Means we have one condition and two values. Sir, till now we have learned about if conditions, right? If else condition, elif is there. Then what is this ternary means? So in life, everything will not be having more conditions. Sometimes things will be either or. Means only two things will be there. In those cases, we can use it. So usually when we are having this kind of like either this or that kind of cases we can use. Means let's take a number. So if I want to check a number is even or odd, either it is an even or it is an odd, right? But it will not be like something else. So I don't want to take some examples, but like simply to say. So either you are hungry or not hungry, or like so something like yes or no. That kind of cases we can go for a ternary operation. So apart from the doing in an ordinary way, there is another way of doing. So till now, what you do, you write an if condition and do it. Same like that I do, but in a slightly different thing. Means, so I write the condition. If the condition is satisfied, you print like even, right? Means the first one. The same thing I wrote like outside before. And if it is not satisfied, you write the second one, which is odd. This is what. And you use a print to print it. So you can just it. So okay. Else I need to write. Else I need to write. So this is called as a ternary operation. Similarly, if I have like one more way of doing, so I told right, if condition and else can be done in a different ways. Either I can do like this, or I can do the other way. So I can take this condition and do it. First, I have an odd and write the if condition, and else the other way, like even. And as we are printing, I will write a print for both. Did you see both gave the exactly same answer? In life, whenever we have like this kind of things, we can go with it. Say like there will be multiple things where we have like So non-zero if number 1 is not equal to 0. So else it is 0. So non-zero if number is not equal to so and so. Means whatever you write in the condition, if the condition is satisfied, what you want to do, that you write outside. So else the other side. This will be very much useful down the line. There will be something called as comprehensions. So in there we use it. So to just give a gist, in JavaScript we have like condition and two values, success case, final case. So like that in Python we have a success case, if condition, else so and so. That's what we need to write. This is a ternary operation. Hope it's clear.
Yes.
This is like an additional feature for us in addition to ordinary conditions. Like this also we can do. Now, after writing these conditions, recently from 3.8 onwards, I think, so they started a new thing called a structural pattern matching. So early, in other languages, we have something called a switch case. We don't call this one as a exact switch case, but it has something else to do more. Okay, let me create like IPY notebook. Okay, structural pattern matching. Yeah, sorry, it was introduced in 3.10. So it's a very new feature. So for us to understand structural pattern matching, it was introduced in 3.10. So what's the purpose of it is like a condition only, switch case only, means like we will have like sometimes multiple if elif conditions, right? So in that case, we can write in the code in a better way for better representation. There won't be much difference in terms of performance, in my view, but like it will be, the code will be better organized. Means, so let's go for the previous case. Previously, we wrote one example, right? Same example I'm bringing. You have like number 1 is equal to 123. Traditionally, using if else condition, what you do? If number 1 is greater than or equal to 0, you say it is a positive, else it is a negative. It's a very simple solution. It will check and give us. Now, if you want to do the same thing with structural pattern matching, so we can do in a better way. So how we can do is that, okay, I write match. Match is a keyword, and what are the condition is there? That condition I will write. Okay, if this condition can be true or false, right? So what is the result of this relational operation? True or false, right? So that's why I write two things. True is one case and false is another case. So true is one case and false is another case. Case false. The result, based upon the result, we do it. If the result is correct. So don't you see? Both are done. Means that's what, right? Boolean true that you are expecting. So like that, it will happen. And in the same case, so the same thing we can do in another way also. So of course, this is called a structural pattern matching. In a structure, we write the patterns, and based upon the correct match, it will come. That's the concept of structural pattern matching. Is it clear? Okay. So, sir, if here you are checking only one condition, and if this condition is not matched, you want to go to the next one. So, like that, if you want to implement, like that also we can do. So, you take the same example. Say, you take a number, say match. You take a number, and you write the condition here. Case. Sometimes you want multiple checks to be done in different ways. I can say like a number greater than or equal to 0. In that is case, then like print it is a even. So in the other case, you want to print the other thing. So like that also you can do. If I do like this, you can understand it. Okay. So you took a number 1 in the top and you are checking it. So if it is not correct like this, so like this also you can do. But that is not a good way of doing. So you will get confused. So this is a better way for you to understand. And in the same fashion, let me take one more example. Earlier I told positive or negative, right? Now I will check one more thing. pattern matching with two things. I take a number in runtime and I want to check whether it is divisible by 0 or not. 56 if I take. If the condition is matched, it will give it, else it won't give it, right? So in the same fashion, if you want to check using the match, how you do? Again, the same thing, match. So number 2 percentile 2 equal to 0. Okay, you can write like a true case or false case. Okay, see, true case or false case, it worked. But sir, generally you have only two cases, right? Don't you think that this is a very too much of usage? No. So when you have a small thing, fine. But when you go big, then slowly you will understand the importance of it. Say like, um, you have like, so very good examples to take. Let me check the simple thing. Yeah. I want to check if you are like, if you are given like two numbers. So I want to, sorry, um, previously we have checked that the even or oval or consonant, right? Oval or so consonant for character. You did this check. Now, if I want to do the same thing now, generally what happens? If I have a number, so which was given, first I will take the number and strip it, and I want to check whether it is a vowel or consonant. I want to tell. And if I want to tell further, I can tell like whether it is a small over or capital over like that. So in that case, so first you write a match. So in an if condition, how you do? If letter in, can I do like this? A, so E, I, O, U, number in so and so like this. I can tell like what? It is a, so lower oval character, right? Print whatever you have given is a lower oval character. So similarly, elif letter in A, E, I, O, U. If this is the case, what I can tell? Letter is a capital oval character, right? So this is also fine. Now, if these two are not done, then it is a consonant, right? So that is what we understood. Else, letter is a consonant. It's a very simple understanding for you to understand. I give some character called as Y. So Y is a consonant. Now you see the same thing I represented the match. Match. So on which thing we want to do? On letter. You write a condition. Now you write the cases. Same like that you will have cases here. Case letter in A, E, I, O, U. Okay. Means like the same thing I try to do. So with a letter in so and so, letter in so and so like that. I have three conditions. I need to give the indentation. One second. Yeah, please. So case, and here also case, and here also I want to tell the case. Now fine. So in here also we have something called as else. Like finally, if nothing was done, for that we can write an underscore. If you write an underscore, means that is a remaining. But like see here, you did a letter and you are asking like something. Means whatever you're passing, maybe I'm thinking like we need to place a brace. So here also I'm thinking like we need to place a brace for it to understand. But still if I execute, what it is saying, hey, you are using a in operator, you should not use in operator. So match will not work with in operator, so won't work in match condition. Check. Then what is the solution for us? I will tell you. So for that only, they told like, whatever you have to check, instead of checking like this, you check with a OR operation. Instead of doing like this, you check with an OR operation. Hope you understood. So instead of checking directly, you can check with an OR operation. So don't you think that this one you did binary OR operation? So instead of like this, so in operator doesn't work, but if you want to check it, you can check like this. Did you all understand now? You are making use of this new kind of things. Okay, so if you are just interested in checking whether it is a oval or not, how you do in an ordinary thing? So you check like the same thing we write in a ordinary way. How you write? So instead of doing like this, you can check convert to lower. You can check in the lower and check like it is a oval or not. That's it, right? If you are not interested in like only like this, if you are interested, this also we can do. So like this with an OR operation in this way. Hope it's clear. So whatever you are doing in if conditions, that also can be done in this case. So like that you can take any big things. Hope it's clear till now.
Yes, Uday. I have one question.
Please.
So it is the match. It is the like in other language switch is the
Yes,
same, right?
kind
So
of, not exactly, but kind of.
okay, so whenever we have to use like case like this, we have to use the match, right? This is the syntax.
Yes. So whenever like we have like multiple things, say the example I would say the previously we worked on office schedule, right? So let me take the same office schedule and we work on it. So let's take the office schedule. Uh, B. Okay. So you remember in previously we worked with office schedule in different ways, right? So we have seen the first way and last way. So I will take the same example, but as you know all these things, I will remove them. So you felt like the last one is the best thing, right?
Yes.
So instead of that, we can do it. So whenever like you have multiple conditions like this, how to do that? So you did till now with method 4. Now let's do the other one with the method 5. Method 5 using this one. How you write? Match. Match on what? Week of the day, right?
Yes.
And we write the case. Cases is what? We cannot do a in operator, as you know just now.
Yes. Yes.
We should use only OR operator. So I will write like this. Everything should be like piped with this OR. So similarly, not only OR, you have AND also. Sometimes it should be like, so I will tell you that also. Maybe like it should be like positive and also it's like even. Like that we will have, right?
Yes. Yes.
In that case, we can use that AND operator. But in this case, we can go like this with a pipe and you execute. So whatever the statements you have, you just write in the same way. Hope you know how would you convert a ordinary thing like this.
Yes.
And similarly, you have case week is equal to whatever is Saturday. Okay,
Yes.
you get whatever you want. And similarly, case Sunday. And for else, I told there is something called as case underscore. Means like whatever it happens, it will execute. So both will work exactly the same way.
Okay.
So similarly, I am ampersand. So you bitwise operations, whatever you learn, you can do the same things here. So it will work perfectly the same. Execute. Fine.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Next thing, based upon your learnings, let's move to the next thing called as a loops. So now you understood conditions perfectly.
Yes.
If you go step on to the next thing, after conditions, after structural pattern matching, next one is loops. How a loops will